Okay, this is the last of the 25 Days of Christmas stories. And this is The Little Spider, and it's a story about giving, written by Sigmund Bauer. Long ago, on a winter night in a village outside the hills of Jerusalem, Mouse ran to the doorway of the stable. "Wake up! Wake up!" Mouse shouted. In the stable, Cat slept against the warmth of Dog, both of them half covered with straw. Dog snored softly, occasionally shaking his head when straw tickled his nostrils. Nearby, Donkey slept too. "Wake up! Wake up!" Mouse shouted again. At Mouse's voice, Cat lifted her head. She had very sharp ears. Dog twitched in his sleep, but Donkey was lost in dreams of carrots and shade on a hot day and buckets of cold, clean water. Mouse saw that Cat was awake. Instead of running directly across the stable, which would take him within leaping distance of Cat, Mouse scurried along the walls until he reached Donkey's feet. "Wake up! Wake up!" Mouse shouted. But to a donkey in sleep, a mouse's shout is not very loud. So Donkey did not even open one tired eye. Mouse ran up Donkey's front leg and onto Donkey's back. "Wake up! Wake up!" Mouse shouted. But Donkey was old. He did not wake easily. Mouse climbed up Donkey's mane and perched between Donkey's ears. "Wake up! Wake up!" Mouse shouted. Still, Donkey did not wake. Mouse twisted one of Donkey's ears and shouted into it, "Wake up!" Donkey blinked his eyes open. Mouse ran down the front of Donkey's nose. Mouse stood on his hind legs to look better into Donkey's eyes. "What is it?" Donkey asked in a grumpy voice. "What could be so important that you had to wake me?" "Listen carefully," Mouse said. "Everyone listen." "Man and woman are leaving," Mouse told Donkey. Mouse turned and looked down on Dog and Cat. "Tonight." By now Dog was awake too. Dog slowly rose to his feet as Cat arched her back and stretched. They stood in the straw at Donkey's feet and looked upward at Mouse. "Tonight?" Cat asked. She paused to lick her forearm and rub it across her whiskers. "No one travels at night. The hills are too dangerous. Filled with bandits. You know I live in their home across from the stable." Excuse me, Mouse said. Mouse tried to keep his voice strong. It made him nervous to watch Cat clean her whiskers. "I heard man tell woman they must go tonight. Even now they are packing all they can carry." Donkey sighed. "Not all they can carry, all I can carry." Cat stared at Mouse thoughtfully and continued to clean her whiskers. "Why?" Dog asked Mouse. "Did you find out why they would do such a foolish thing?" Mouse nodded. "The man told the woman he was warned in a dream by an angel." "Angel?" Donkey asked, suddenly much more awake. Of them all, Donkey was the only one who had seen angels. It had happened the night the child was born, when man and woman had been forced to share another stable with Donkey. Many times Dog and Cat and Mouse had asked Donkey to tell the story of that starry night, when the sky was filled with angels who sang to the world about the child, and Donkey had gladly told them again and again how the angels had promised the child would bring peace to all the world. "It was an angel," Mouse repeated. "In this dream, the angel told man to leave quickly, because King Herod is going to search for the child to kill him." "Kill the child?" Donkey said. "But why?" "King Herod is afraid the child will take over Israel and become the greatest king of all," Mouse said, proudly sharing his important news. "Herod sent soldiers to have their orders. The child must not live." "No," Donkey said, stamping his feet in fear. "We cannot let that happen. I will take them far away." "I will go with you," Mouse said, shaking a fist as if he actually stood defiant before the terrible King Herod. "No matter how far the journey, I will never leave the child." "Nor shall I leave the child," Cat said. Cat licked a front paw and studied it to make sure it was completely clean. "Surely along the journey, I will find a way to help the child. I will guard them," Dog announced. Dog puffed his chest. "I will make sure no harm comes to the child." "Please let me come too," said a small, small voice. So small it was almost a whisper. All of them turned to the small, small voice. It came from the darkness of an upper corner. "You?" Mouse asked. "You?" Mouse laughed. "I have keen ears. I will listen for danger. and give warning as we travel. How can you possibly help the child? Cat laughed. My paws are quick and my claws are sharp. I can protect the child as we travel. What can you possibly give the child? Dog laughed. I have strong bones and big teeth. I too can protect the child as we traveled. Stay in the stable, little spider. The king's soldiers will crush you with one step and not even know you were there. You let us bigger animals protect the child, Mouse said with pride. A little spider like you will only get in the way. All the times Donkey has told you about the night of angels, I too have listened from up here. I too know the child is special. Little spider, move closer. Whatever I can do or give to help the child, I will. Mouse and Cat and Dog laughed one more time at Little Spider. Mouse ran down Donkey's leg and jumped on Dog's back, which was still a safe distance from Cat. Then Mouse and Cat and Dog ignored Little Spider. They began to plan all the great deeds they would do to protect the child. Donkey merely waited to carry the load that would be placed upon him. And without another word to Mouse or Cat or Dog or Donkey, Little Spider left his safe home in the high corner of the stable. It was a great distance down the wall and across the floor and up Donkey's front leg to reach Donkey's mane, but Little Spider did not complain. Even if Little Spider had no keen ears or quick paws or sharp claws or strong bones and big teeth to help protect the child, Little Spider wanted to stay with the child. Soon after, man and woman appeared in the stable. Donkey stood patiently as they placed bundles of all they owned upon his back. In woman's arms was the child, asleep. All of the animals knew the child was special. On this night, Donkey did not pull against the rope as he usually did. On this night, Donkey gladly followed as man led him out of the stable. Dog and Cat followed behind. Little Spider stayed in Donkey's mane. Mouse stopped at the edge of the straw and did not go out of the stable into the night. Dog and Cat ran back. What is it? Dog asked Mouse. I thought you wanted to remain with the child no matter how far we journeyed. Why have you stopped? Cat asked Mouse. We must hurry and follow. A large round moon threw beautiful silver light onto the ground at the edge of the stable. Mouse's whiskers twitched as he looked into the great sky and the dark shadows cast by the moon. I love the child. You know that. But I have to admit I'm only a mouse. My legs are short and my body is tiny. The world out there is so large that I know there is nothing I can do to help the child. Perhaps it would be best if I remained here. If that is what you choose, Cat said to Mouse, but I am going with the child. Nothing will force me to leave. My paws are quick and my claws are sharp. I can protect the child as we travel. If that is what you choose, Dog said to Mouse, but I am going with the child. I have strong bones and big teeth. I will protect the child no matter what happens. From the mane of Donkey, Little Spider called back to Mouse. Come with us, Little Spider said. Even if Little Spider had no keen ears or quick paws and sharp claws or strong bones and big teeth to help protect the child, Little Spider wanted to stay with the child. But Mouse had already turned back into the stable to hide in the straw where it would be safe and warm. So it was that man and woman and the child left behind their home in Bethlehem and traveled into the cold of a clear winter night. The stars filled the black velvet above them, and the light of that large silver moon cast dark shadows. The light of the moon allowed Donkey to travel easily along the path among the hills, yet Donkey worried greatly. The very light that showed Donkey the path was the very light that would let Herod's soldiers travel quickly too as they chased the family. Donkey walked as fast as he could. Sometimes Dog would run back and watch the path to see if Herod's soldiers were close. Another hour passed as they traveled long difficult miles on that path among the steep hills, until there came a point when they had to stop. As they rested, Cat sniffed the air. This is wonderful, Cat said to Dog. Can you smell all the different and exciting smells? I never knew all this world existed beyond the stable. Stay close, Dog answered. Remember, we are here to protect the child. Cat's ears perked up at strange, interesting little sounds in the shadows beyond the path. I love the child. You know that. But I have to admit, I'm only a cat. And the child has you and the donkey to help. What can a cat do that you can't do much better? Perhaps it would be best if I remained here." "That is what you choose," Dog said to Cat. "But I am going with the child. I have strong bones and teeth. I will protect the child no matter what happens." From the mane of Donkey, Little Spider called back to Cat, "Come with us." Even if Little Spider had no keen ears or quick paws and sharp claws, or strong bones and big teeth to help protect the child, Little Spider wanted to stay with the child. But Cat had already scampered into the shadows beyond the path to chase after all the exciting new smells and sounds in the hills.